Okay, Alex, so tell me about a time where maybe you had an unpleasant employee situation at work.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, like I said earlier in the, whenever we first sat down, one of my employees is honestly they're always late. Um, it's it's really disrespectful to me and everyone else how they just show up whenever they want to and act like the boss. And I actually one day they showed up late and I let them go right there, and that was something that was like kind of a knee-jerk reaction, but it was something that built up, and I was wanting to do that for a while, but that was probably one experience that it was a big kind of ordeal.
Okay, so what was the workplace effect? Like, how did your other employees feel about that? What was the morale like when it happened?
Actually, some of the morale was definitely down because some people actually liked this person. Not necessarily their work ethic, but they liked them on the personal side. So it was definitely a difficult day, and it made for a difficult week. And I overheard some employees expressing concern
Okay.
about their position with my business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that he was an unfit employee because you didn't have a proper onboarding or hiring process?
I wouldn't go that far, but I would. I mean, honestly, it'd probably come down to my fault because I didn't know how to deal with it in an appropriate way early on. I kind of just let it go.
Okay.
So I had no guidelines or really like ways of measuring what an employee should be like,
Okay.
rather than just what was in my head.
Yeah, that's definitely a struggle that we see small business owners have.
Okay.
You know, all over the place.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have at ADP is an employee handbook that we will specifically create. It's just
Okay.
going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes. You'll go through and select policies that align with what you want at your business, and we already have those sections pre-written out for you. And then we'll create an employee handbook for you that your employees will sign when they first onboard. So the expectation and the policy is written out in that handbook. So going forward, when you hire new employees, or you can have your older employees sign this as well, the expectation is very clear, and you won't have that murky water anymore.
Okay. That sounds great for the old employees, or for the new employees, but what about the old ones as far as like they're going to have to go and sign this, and some things might be different in the handbook than like what, do I get to make the handbook kind of myself, or like have some specialized things, because I don't just want it to be generated by ADP, because you guys,
Right.
quite frankly, don't know exactly what we're doing here.
So you'll work one-on-one with an HR specialist, and you
Okay.
guys will design the handbook together to
Okay.
make sure that it is specific to your business. And as far as presenting it to your older employees or employees that have been there for a while, most people like structure and they like knowing what the expectations are. So I don't think you'll have it might be a conversation that you have to have with them, but I think it will lead to a brighter future for you, just so you don't have that murky water with one of them coming up in the next couple of weeks, you know?
Okay, that does make sense. Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, I mean, if what you're saying is correct, definitely gonna have to go over pricing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, with, just honestly, it's just some HR help.
Awesome.
I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we